There's a reason why Amish gardens seem to defy the rules of soil and season. Walk through any Amish farming community and you'll see rows of vegetables that stand taller, leaves that look greener, and fruits that seem to outshine their commercial counterparts. All grown without synthetic fertilizers or modern lab-made nutrients. The question that's puzzled many agricultural experts is simple. How do they do it? The answer lies in an old-world technique, a natural method that, charges the soil and allows plants to pull in nutrients faster and more efficiently than most conventional systems today. It's a principle rooted in observation, patience, and deep respect for the living soil beneath our feet. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this time-tested method, explaining what it is, how it works, and how you can use it to transform your own garden, whether it's a backyard patch or a full-scale homestead. The Amish discovered that plant health begins with living soil, not just feeding it. While modern farming often focuses on feeding plants directly through chemical fertilizers, the Amish have always focused on feeding the soil life. They believe that a plant's ability to absorb nutrients depends less on what's in the soil and more on the microscopic network beneath it, bacteria, fungi, and minerals that work in harmony to unlock the soil's hidden potential. Their approach begins with activating microbial activity through what they call living compost. This isn't just decomposed matter, it's compost that has been brewed, aged and fed in such a way that it develops an electric-like vitality. When added to soil, it stimulates microbial colonies that form symbiotic relationships with plant roots. Those microbes essentially act as nutrient translators, breaking down minerals into ionic forms that roots can absorb instantly. In scientific terms, this is about bioavailability, the ease with which plants can take in nutrients. But to the Amish, it's about keeping soil alive and balanced. They often say, you don't grow plants, you grow the soil, and the soil grows the plants. The real secret behind their success is something called activated compost tea, a living brew made from compost, molasses and trace minerals. When done correctly, it becomes a nutrient solution teeming with beneficial microbes and enzymes. This liquid, when added to soil or sprayed directly on plant leaves, boosts nutrient uptake through both root and foliar absorption. Here's how they traditionally do it. A small batch of finished compost is placed in a burlap sack or mesh bag and suspended in a barrel of non-chlorinated water, often rainwater, since chlorine kills beneficial microbes. To this they add a spoonful of blackstrap molasses or unsulfured syrup to feed the microbes, and a pinch of finely ground rock dust or wood ash for minerals. The mixture is gently aerated, sometimes by simply stirring it a few times a day, for about 24 to 48 hours. During this time, the liquid comes alive. When it's ready, it has a sweet, earthy smell, a sign of active microbial growth. This brew is then poured around plant bases or lightly misted on leaves in the early morning or evening. The results are astounding. Plants that grow stronger, roots that dig deeper, and nutrient uptake that skyrockets without a single drop of synthetic fertilizer. What's remarkable about the Amish approach is how it mirrors what modern soil science calls the rhizosphere effect, the living zone around roots where microbes and roots exchange nutrients. Amish farmers instinctively nurture this balance. They avoid over-tilling, knowing it disrupts microbial channels. They never apply raw manure directly, as it burns microbes and overloads nitrogen. Instead, they use aged or composted manure, which contains stable organic matter and humic acids that help nutrients bind and release slowly over time. One key practice that enhances this balance is the rotation and resting of plots. After a heavy feeder crop like corn, they'll plant legumes or clovers to naturally replenish nitrogen. But more importantly, they top-dress those plots with a thin layer of the activated compost tea, which ensures that the microbial populations remain abundant and active even when the land rests. This keeps soil ecosystems thriving year-round. For gardeners today, this means the key to supercharging nutrient uptake isn't in adding more fertilizer, it's in building microbial highways. When your soil teems with life, even small amounts of nutrients become magnified through biological exchange. You can bring this Amish secret into your garden by starting small. Begin by making your own activated compost tea using what you already have. Use a gallon bucket instead of a barrel if you're working on a small scale. Combine a handful of compost, a tablespoon of molasses, and clean water. Let it sit for 2 days, stirring occasionally, and then apply it generously to your plants once a week. For those growing in containers or hydroponic systems, the same principle applies. The goal is to introduce beneficial microbes, not bulk fertilizer. These organisms help roots absorb dissolved nutrients and protect them from root rot and disease. You'll notice within weeks that your plants look fuller, leaves stay greener longer, and watering efficiency improves because healthy roots store more moisture. If you have livestock, you can even replicate the Amish-style compost foundation by blending aged manure with leaf litter and straw. Let it heat naturally, then cure for several weeks before use. Once it's rich and crumbly, use that compost to feed your living tea. That closed-loop system is the core of Amish sustainability. Every input serves multiple purposes and nothing goes to waste. What makes the Amish method so powerful isn't just its simplicity, it's the philosophy behind it. In an age where agriculture is dominated by synthetic boosters and quick fixes, this approach reminds us that nature already designed the perfect nutrient delivery system. Our job isn't to override it, it's to restore it. The Amish don't chase yield, they build resilience. Their crops survive droughts, resist disease, and maintain fertility without chemical dependency. That's not folklore. That's biology, working in harmony with wisdom passed down through generations. If you want to grow stronger, healthier plants with deeper roots and richer flavour, the answer may not lie in the next big product, but in an old method rediscovered. Feed your soil, nurture its life, and your plants will take care of the rest. If you found this guide insightful and want more deep dives into time-tested agricultural wisdom, subscribe to Hydro Haven. Share this with fellow growers, homesteaders, or anyone seeking real, proven ways to work with nature instead of against it. The secrets of the past still hold the keys to the most fertile soil of the future.